Hello everyone, Spaced Oyster here, and welcome back to Golden Sun, the Lost Age. In the last part, we got through Magma Rock, Jenna learned a new Psynergy, Blaze, and we also picked up a new item, the, let me get to it, Magma Ball. In this part, we will be, well, exploring a bit more of the world, because we can't use the Magma Ball as it is. We're gonna need to do something more with it. Or rather, we just can't use it by itself, so we're gonna need to find another item. Anyway, my party for today is pretty simple. Piers, Ivan, Garrett, and Jenna. And I wanted to hear Jenna's battle theme, so I figured I'd put her in the front. Anyway, I'll just go ahead and leave the traveling on screen, because the next location we're going to is pretty close. But before that, one thing to point out is that if you did not get all the Jupiter Gin in Golden Sun, there is one on this island over here. There's a place you can enter on the far edge over there, and the Jupiter Gin will be there. If you did not get them all in the first game, though. I love Jenna's battle theme. I don't know why they actually play it though. Like she does get her own battle theme because, you know, you had to play solo as her for a bit. She isn't really a main character to say. I suppose she's technically Isaac's main love interest since in Dark Dawn they get married. Spoilers, by the way, they get married in Dark Dawn. Jenna and Isaac, that is. But they don't really do much else to establish that the two are intimate. Just Jenna getting embarrassed about Isaac at that one point early on, and that was pretty much it. I think this is the right spot. Yes, that town is where we're going to need to go to next, but before we do that, we're going to actually head up a bit north. Woo! Because north of that town, which we'll find the name out of later. Oh, wow, probably a bit north, actually. I could have docked to there. Anyways. Oh no, an ambush! Alright, let's get everyone healed up. Thank you, Sheba. Or Sheba. I don't know. I just like to call her Sheba. Because it's the letter it's the word she with BA tacked on the end. Although that doesn't necessarily mean it's pronounced that way. You know what? Doesn't really matter. Does not really matter. Give me just a second. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Alright, so for this is another optional summoning tablet, and to get it, we need Carry. I do believe Carry does transfer over even if you didn't transfer all your items. I think it'll be necessary, but I don't remember 100% sure. We'll know later when we get to Mars Lighthouse. Which isn't much of a spoiler. Of course we're going to Mars Lighthouse. They already set that up. But regardless, Carry is also needed to get to this summon tablet. Woo! Felix can now summon Horus! So Horus, it does some pretty good damage, but it also poisons, has a chance to poison the enemy when you use it. So it can be a handy summon to use near the beginning of a battle to try and speed things up a bit, with residual damage over time effects. Although that said, there are stronger summons than Horus, but it is definitely a good one. Anyway, time to go back down to that town. It rhymes because it is true. Good, I love that theme so much. Alright. Anyway, this is Loho. Let me get Mind Read ready to go. Welcome to Loho. We've been excavating all sorts of ores to get to the metals inside. The metals used to make the ancient ruins might have come from these very rocks. We only settled here a short while ago, and we found all those ruins here. We named our settlement Loho, but I've been wondering what it used to be called. Good question, Mr. Dude. We have a lot of important excavations going on, but we're also doing some mining. Everyone in Loho sure loves digging. It's not all mining. We're interested in history, too. I suppose that technically makes you an archaeologist. Ooh, this lady... wait, there's a sign here. Felix checks the sign. It reads, people staying at the inn can check in at the counter. Alright. Commerce really took off when we started this mining colony in Loho. You just have to know how to make the most out of what's around you. Whenever someone strikes gold, we get a rush of visitors and business just takes off. Yeah, if you need to use the inn or buy items, you just approach the counter and then she comes right to you. Now, let's go ahead and rest up. Ivan's running really low on PP from all the healing he needed to do in the last part. And if you want to buy items, you approach this one. I don't think she has anything new that I want. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a definite nope. So let's just go ahead and see if I have anything extra to sell. This hat. I guess I could sell the lucky metals. I'd have to go back to Lemuria to use them, and I don't know how useful they'd be. Elixir, that's kind of useless, as is the antidote. Let's go ahead and sell these two. Don't even need those. Well, I don't really need to sell things either, but I'm basically just doing this to clear up inventory space. Alright, I think that's everything. Let's see if there's anyone staying at this inn. Wait. Why do I still have the mithril bag? There's no Jupiter star in it. I mean, and for that matter, why do I have this black crystal? It's the crystal that was used to control the ship that Isaac was using to get to this point, or that he got at the end of the last game, I mean. But we don't have access to that ship anymore, so that black crystal is completely useless, but we can't get rid of it. Once we can get through the wall, there will be enough work for everyone in town. If you live in Loho and you don't dig, you're not one of us. You don't belong. Ugh, adamant about digging. Very weird society you got here. I mean, I can dig it. I haven't found anything worth the trouble of digging up. It's time to find another spot. I think I'm starting to lose my touch. None of my digs has produced anything at all. If you want to be a miner, you have to know the earth. You have to know where to dig. Real experts can find the best spots to dig in a single glance. And there's usually something sticking out of the ground. This is the spot. A good hole here, and you'll dig up some fantastic ore. Once you've been mining for a while, it's like the ground says to you, "Hey, you, dig here!" I'll take your word for it, mister. Some of the miners found an ancient cannon when they were digging a while back. If you want to see it, it's over by the wall near the ruins. All we need is a way to use the cannon to knock down the wall. That would be great! Then we could get rid of the cannon altogether. We don't have any use for weapons here. Okay, you know what? I am not doing that voice for them anymore. Screw that, my throat hurts. If you're only here for the cannon, you can forget about it. If the cannon is truly as powerful as the people say, we can't just give it away. Yeah, I think these guys are supposed to be dwarves, but it's kind of tough to tell. That wall seems indestructible. We've been trying to dig through it for a while now. We're pretty sure there are some valuable metals and minerals on the other side. If we can't get through the wall, we'll never know what's on the other side. Can't just walk around it? Did you want this cannon? Yes, gimme. Well, if you can figure out a way to break down this wall, it's all yours. Alright, we figured out that you need to put a steel ball in there, but what do you do then? You can stick a ball in there just fine, but I don't think it'll be coming out on its own. Obviously. That's how cannons work, you dingus. We brought the cannon up here to break down the old wall, but we don't have any ammunition. Cannons are so heavy! Why did we bring it up here if we're not going to use it? What idiot said that we'd be able to destroy that wall if we dragged the cannon up here? You can put metal balls in the barrel, but what makes them come out again? It looks a little like an old ballista, but the way it works is totally different. Indeed. Why don't you just start picking away at the wall? You got picks, don't you? And we can see things on the other side of the wall, but we can't really get there from up here because the game doesn't give us the option to jump down. Not there, anyway. Alright, what's in here? What's in here? Nothing's in here. Okay. Well, we actually can use that cannon, though, because, lo and behold, we have a ball to put in it. The Magma Ball! Is everyone alright? Did you hear that? That sound was incredible. What do you think you're doing, making all that noise? Hey, look at that! What are you looking at? It wasn't me, it was the wall! Look at the wall! The wall? It's gone! Well, it's mostly gone, yeah. You can get through to the other side now. How did you manage to break down the wall? Ah, never mind. What's important here is that we can dig on the other side of the wall now. Yeah, who cares how it happened? We can dig again. Well, you did what we asked, so the cannon's all yours. It's gonna be tough carrying that thing around. Those guys are new in town, aren't they? Do you think they came from Ateca or Hesperia? I don't know, but I can tell you they came by boat. Yeah, I saw one anchored off the beach. That boat's yours, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, why don't you let us get that cannon onto your boat for you? Oh wow, those guys are strong. But if they are dwarves, that would explain it. I don't know where I read that they're dwarves, but I'm pretty sure they're dwarves. They might be dwarves. I don't know if they're dwarves. Anyway, with that broken down, we can actually dig a little bit with Scoop to get a few golem cores. And then, let's see, we gotta use Lift. and then scoop. Woo! Golem core! Golem cores are another item that you can forge with. I think they may make mostly armor, but still useful all the same. Woo! The Jupiter Ginny, lol! Negotiate a temporary ceasefire. So what this does is it keeps enemies, it ends the turn automatically. It's very, very useful. I'll go over its exact use in a future part. Let's see. No, wait, no, we don't give it to Jenna. Let's see, let's give it to... Felix! There we go. There might be a few more items scattered about, but I do not feel like searching for them. Sorry, my nose is stuffed. You don't have anything to worry about. We got the cannon onto your ship with no problems. Now, we're going to start excavating the ground north of the wall you knocked a hole in. I hope you weren't expecting to find a Ginny, because I took it. Because it's mine. All mine. Wahahaha. Anyway, now that we have a cannon, we are able to go to the far icy north of Prox. I will meet you back at the ice wall. Kraden, come look at this. There's a huge ice wall blocking our path. Oh, nothing to worry about, Jenna. We'll just have to use that cannon we got in Loho. That's right. If the cannon can blast away a stone wall, think what it'll do to ice. Felix, take us between those 2 blocks of ice for shelter when you fire the cannon. Alright, so right here. We should be safe if we fire from this distance. Okay, here we go. Felix, aim right at the ice wall and fire when ready. Ready! Fire the magma ball! Sorry. Great! We did it! We can keep going now. Alright, let's head for the northern seas. Let's go! Don't know why Shibo's suddenly different there, but oh well. Oh well. Alright. Yeah, this part of the map, this place doesn't seem to be on the map. Yeah, it is shrouded in fog. And the music is depressing. Felix, welcome back to Prox. It looks like only Mars Lighthouse still needs lighting. Agatio didn't think you'd be coming back here, so I'm a little surprised to see you. Agatio and Cars told me that Felix ran away because their quest was too dangerous. Oh, now, so in addition to just being rude and all-around assholes, they're also spreading lies. Such assholes. Felix, your parents have gone away. They were very worried about you. Felix's parents were worried about him when they heard Saturos was dead. Your mother knows that you're strong and healthy, so I'm sure she's very relieved. Felix's parents were so worried about him that they were wasting away. Aww, such sweet parents. Nothing down here. Alright, what is over here? The rift at Mars Lighthouse gets wider every day. If we don't find a way to stop it, I think it's going to devour Prox entirely. I thought Prox would be here forever, but now it looks like we might be destroyed. Our chieftain told me that the rift is growing larger by the day, just like Gaia Falls is. We'd better light the Mars beacon soon, or Prox is finished. Nobody believed that the rift would go as far south as Prox. They all thought Puel was being melodramatic, but no one thinks that anymore. Not too long ago, I climbed the mountains to the north to look at the rift. It was huge! The northern rift has gotten so big I couldn't see the other side. Wait, there's another side? I know the Golden Sun world is flat, but I didn't think there was anything beyond it. So many possibilities.
Once the final lighthouse is lit, the winds should weaken. They keep getting stronger, though. If this weather continues much longer, we'll all be buried under snow in no time.
It's okay, little girl. We will handle it by lifting this rock. Lifting this rock is a good idea for reasons. It leads us to this something that is buried here, which turns out to be dark matter. Dark matter is another crafting item, but the items made with it are exclusively cursed. So if you didn't get the fairy ring from the first game, or cleric's ring I should say, it's useless.
Felix, you like igloos, right?
Yeah, sure, they're neat.
You would say that. You come from somewhere warm and sunny. We didn't have anything to play with, so we just decided to make this thing. I hate igloos, but at least it's protecting us from the wind. Those poor children, they don't understand what's about to happen to us. I just want them to be happy in the short time left to us. I can't bring myself to tell them what's going to happen to us. Oh, please save us. My parents told me that it would do me good to get some fresh air, but I'm freezing. I always catch a cold when I'm outside in weather like this. Does Mom want me to get sick? The wind is so cold and bitter that we decided to hide out inside our igloo. Mama and Papa have been acting really strange lately. They seem so sad. Whenever I ask them what's wrong, they tell me to go outside and play some more.
Weird. Okay. Have you seen Saturos or Minardi? People have been saying that they were killed. I can't believe anyone could have beaten Saturos and Minardi. Well, believe it! Isaac did.
If Mars Lighthouse's fires are not rekindled, Prox will be destroyed, but that's not all. Eventually, Gaia Falls will continue to erode, finally devouring all of Wayard. I think it's too late for us already, but if they light the fires, we'll be ready for them.
No one thought about our needs when they extinguished the great lighthouses. Now, because of them, our great land is dying, crumbling away at the edges. To think that we all once had the power to control nature, what fools we were. Oh my. Yeah, apparently they want, the guys who developed Golden Sun and The Lost Age, they wanted these two games to actually be the prequel to a much larger story. Prox originally flourished because concerned adepts lit the fires at the Mars Lighthouse. Now, we, the people of the Northern Flame, have been forgotten by the outside world. When the lighthouses were all extinguished, every great civilization faded away. But yeah, they wanted Golden Sun and The Lost Age to be the prequels to a much larger story, and that it kind of shows that you're seeing so many breadcrumbs for things that they could have expanded on in later sequels. We're used to the cold up here in Prox, but lately it seems to be getting worse. It gets cold around here, but this is the first time I've ever seen snow pile up on the river. What if Agatio doesn't reach Mars Lighthouse in time? Oh, I'm sure he's already there. Alright, there's also a shop here in Prox. Let's see, when you left Prox, you were so young that you could barely lift a sword. Now look at you, you could handle any weapon with ease. Well, except magic staves. What has he gone through that he's become so strong in such a short time? Well, fighting monsters mostly. But yeah, the item shop here, it doesn't sell too many interesting things. Certainly nothing we need, but it does have mist potions. We'll want those. You go away for a little while, and you come back a strong and mighty warrior. I'm so proud of you. Felix looks so confident, so bold. You can see it in his eyes. Alright, yeah. Welcome. Yeah. They got the mist potions right here. I'm gonna buy a bunch. And we're giving them to... Let's give them to Ivan. And let's also give a bunch to... Mia! Well, 7. It's not like I need money anymore. Might as well spend it all, right? Right. I'll distribute the mist potions more evenly later. For now, let's continue to explore Prox. Let's see, we can go up here. Hey look, a Ginny! Oh no. That's not good, that's not good at all. Let me get you out of the snow! There you are. Aw, you're so cute. Venus Ginny Mold. Let's see. He strikes a foe. Who to give him to? Let's give him to Ivan. Make him a pure mage. Woo! And I just had a thought. Why not give Lowell to Piers to get him into his final class? And give Fizz to Garrett to turn him into his final class. And then once I get another Venus Ginny, I believe I can give that to Jenna. Well, another Ginny in general. So that way I can make sure my 4 main fighters are always in their best class. Sound like a good plan? Sounds like a good plan to me. I'm going with it. I've been keeping a close eye on the northern skies. Once I see a bright flash in the distance, I'll know the last beacon has been lit. Everything is supposed to return to normal once Mars Lighthouse is lit again. But what is normal? They've been extinguished for so long, I bet you don't even know. I'm glad you made it back safely. The ice is making it very difficult for anyone to sail here. Ever since Agatio returned from Jupiter Lighthouse, the winds have been stronger than ever. You know, it's all Agatio's fault. If Agatio hadn't been so mean to us back at Jupiter Lighthouse, the wind would be perfectly normal. I hear Agatio and Karst have gone to Mars Lighthouse. What if their actions only cause more turmoil? How can we be sure they're right? These catastrophes are the result of the lighthouse beacons being rekindled. This snow, this wind, it all started after Jupiter Lighthouse was lit. Well, yes, but Mars Lighthouse should balance out Jupiter Lighthouse. Although, you think the world would have started getting much, much colder when Mercury was lit, not when Jupiter was.
Felix, you're back! And you learned how to use Psynergy? I can sense the power inside of you. It's strong. If Felix could become an adept so quickly, so can I.
That's the way to do it, kid.
Puel, our chieftain, grew worried about Agatio and Karst. He's gone to the northern edge of town to wait for them. Now that Saturos and his team are gone, Agatio is the last of our warriors. If something happens to them, our final hope is lost.
The people Saturos rescued from the storm in Vale should be waiting in their room. Once Mars Lighthouse has been lit, they'll be free to return home. Mars is the last lighthouse that needs to be rekindled. Once that's been taken care of, the people of Vale will be set free. Aw, how sweet. I guess. I don't, although they're kind of hostages. Don't forget, Felix, your mother and father are staying in the north end of Prox. Saturos used Felix's parents to force Felix to follow him on their mission. We've fallen on hard times when we need to coerce people to join our cause. Hard times indeed. Blackmail should not have been necessary. But it was. I bet there are things in those jars, but I'm too lazy to double check. Let's see.
Agatio and Karst left for Mars Lighthouse a little while ago. Agatio and Karst are the strongest fighters in Prox. That's why we sent them. But I'm worried. They've been gone for a while now, and the lighthouse still remains dark.
We sent emissaries to Vale to tell them that Wayard was dying, but they wouldn't listen to us. If only they had listened to us. At least the journey wasn't for nothing. I learned that Soul Sanctum held this hidden secret.
Vale's elders were stubborn. They refused to listen to us. They drove us out by force. We had gone in peace, hoping to convince them of the plight our world faces. 3 years ago, we sent our finest to Soul Sanctum. All but 2 were killed in a trap. The people of Vale couldn't possibly understand how dire our need was. Well, I mean, if you had explained it. Although, then again, I'm sure they actually did explain it. And, yeah, and the people of Vale were just like, no, that's bullshit. We know it's bullshit because we think it's bullshit or something like that.
I'm pretty sure there's something about Vale's teachings that says the lighthouses must remain unlit. They're not here.
Strange. We looked all over the village, and we can't find any trace of them at all.
Everyone says that they practically vanished without a trace. It's so strange. You don't think they wouldn't have gone to the lighthouse?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Puel's going to be upset that we didn't follow his order to free him, though.
He was clear about it, too. When Felix returns to Prox, set his parents free. Felix took the trouble of coming back for his parents, and now they're just gone? I can't think of anywhere else Felix's parents might have gone.
Puel ordered me to set your parents free. That's why I'm here now.
The only thing is, no one else is here.
I don't know where your parents went. Puel wanted to set Felix's parents free before Prox was destroyed. But if we can't find them, how can we set them free? Well, they've probably just escaped. Anyway, this house is empty, but if you did not get all the Mercury Gin from the first game, you will find one in there. And if there's more than one Mercury Gin you're missing from the last game, it'll just pick one of the 7 from that game at random. Same with the Ginny in the other locations. We can't wait for Agatio and his men any longer. If we wait much longer, this wind and snow will make it impossible to reach the lighthouse. I'm going to the lighthouse. Will any of you come with me? Puel, I can't let you go on your own. If something were to happen to you, who would lead our village?
Please, you must let us go in your stead.
How can you expect to accomplish what Agatio and Karst could not? Well, for that matter, how do you plan to accomplish it?
They may have been more powerful than any of us, but we can't just stand by.
They're not coming back, just like Saturos. You have to let us try. I can't allow it. Listen to your elder. He speaks wisely. I'm speaking to you too, Puel. If Agatio and Karst cannot do the task, how can you, a single man, hope to do it? What are you saying? If we stand around debating, our town is doomed for certain. We can't risk sacrificing any more lives. So, we must sit here and wait for a miracle to come. Fantastic!
Is that you, Felix? When did you return to Prox? You should take your parents back to Vale, so they can at least die in their hometown.
If the lighthouse isn't lit soon, Prox is doomed. I need to get out of here! If we were better adepts, we could try to enter the lighthouse ourselves. Neither our elder nor Puel will tell us what's going on at the lighthouse. Why are we training so much? A lighthouse shouldn't pose that much danger. You'd be surprised. I feel so helpless. Agatio has not returned, and the lighthouse beacon remains unlit. Puel is stronger than any of us, and there is nothing he can do to save us. But if we don't take some kind of action, Prox will be destroyed for sure. All we can do now is wait for Agatio and his men to return. But no honest soldier can sit idly by while others do all the work. If they didn't light the beacon and they didn't return home, Agatio's team must have failed. Our Psynergy feels weak. I can sense it inside me. The water, earth, and wind lighthouses have been lit, and fire alone remains dark. If only my fire Psynergy weren't so weak now, I might be able to help. Puel promised that he would return our hostages to Vale. If you don't believe me, ask him yourself. Puel never intended to take hostages. He wanted the people of Vale to be returned safely. Saturos insisted that we hold on to them for our safety, but Puel disagreed. You! Felix, it's you! I'd heard that you had returned to us. You look so much stronger than when you left. It seems he has brought some allies with him. Yes, I am Kraden. My name is Isaac. Isaac? Isn't that... That is the name of the one Agatio said had killed Saturos and Menarde! Isaac, stop that. I love how Isaac's instinct was to raise his hand rather than draw his sword, like he was going to go for casting his spell rather than his sword. You know, he's basically a mage. You are correct, but Isaac had reasons for fighting them. Saturos and Minardi had invaded Vale, stolen its sacred treasure, triggered a volcano. You cannot blame Isaac for pursuing them and fighting to regain what they had stolen. We only wanted to stop them. We didn't think they'd fight us to the death. They flung themselves into the opening of Venus Lighthouse's beacon. Did Saturos and Minardi put up a good fight?
I'll bet you thought you didn't stand a chance against them, huh?
You were probably really tense the whole time. Saturos and Minardi had a job to do. That was all.
If I'd been in your shoes, I'd probably have done the same thing. I can't blame you.
And in the end, you were stronger than they were. You should be proud of that. I am sad that they lost their lives in their quest, but there was no avoiding it. What has happened cannot be undone. We should cooperate to find a way to save Wayard. We understand that Agatio and Karst have made for Mars Lighthouse and not returned. Then all that remains for us is to wait until Gaia Falls carries us all to our doom. It seems that Mars Lighthouse is as dangerous as all the rest. We have only a few soldiers remaining, and none who can make the climb to the Eyrie. Only Saturos, and perhaps Agatio were strong enough to reach the top. And none of them can help us now.
You think we can do it? Of course we can do it!
I agree, Felix. We've climbed 3 lighthouses already. What's one more? Let's go to Mars Lighthouse! They've proven themselves strong enough. I say we trust in Felix to do this. This is an unexpected turn of events, but yes, I think you can light the lighthouse. Off to the Mars Lighthouse! Let's go, Felix. Come on, Isaac. There's one thing that I don't want you to forget. In order to light the beacon at Mars Lighthouse, you will need to have the Mars Star. And Agatio and Karst have the Mars Star now. You must find Agatio and Karst, and you must take the Mars Star from them. Or, help them light the lighthouse. Thanks for your help. The future of Wayard rests in your hands. Oh, you're just repeating it. Okay. If this doesn't work, we're all finished. Prox, Wayard, even Vale, all will be lost. If they were strong enough to defeat Saturos and Minardi, perhaps they can do the job. Perhaps. Anyway, this is Mars Lighthouse right here. It's got sexy background music. And I'm going to go ahead and call that here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.